The top 10 richest gaming companies in the world. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey there, Aluxers, and welcome back to another Alux.com original video. We've gotten this request from you guys a few times, so we finally decided to do it. Gaming has grown to become a $100 billion industry in the last couple of years, so it just made sense to have a look at those who make the most money out of this trend. It's pretty hard to estimate the value of a company based in the gaming industry where they have intangible assets, so we're going to look at the revenues these companies generate in the previous year. Although revenue is not the only indicator of success, it should give you guys a glimpse into how big they are. Here are the top 10 richest gaming companies in the world. Number 10. Capcom. Revenues of approximately $1.1 billion. Resident Evil and Street Fighter are two of the names that made Capcom known everywhere. Despite their controversial sales tactics and the fact that they haven't had a massive success in a while, Street Fighter, Mega Man, Resident Evil, and Devil May Cry still bring in a ton of revenue, but the fact that they were not able to secure a massive hit is reflected in their financial statements. Last year, they made 37% less than the previous year, hitting the lowest point since 2004, and that is a major red flag for such an iconic company. Number 9. Konami. Approximately $1.5 billion. Founded in 1969 by Kagemasa Kozuki as a jukebox rental and repair business in Osaka, Konami is one of the richest gaming companies in the world. The Dance Dance Revolution, Pro Evolution Soccer, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear Solid franchises have brought Konami continued success and kept them relevant through the present day. They also generate revenue from toys, licenses, merchandise, and physical fitness clubs in Japan. Number 8. Square Enix. Approximately $2 billion. Square Enix was born after a merger between Square and Enix in 2003, with Enix as the surviving company. Since then, their path was full-on good vibes and awesome games, with games like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Hitman. Square Enix became one of the best gaming companies ever. Not to mention they made Final Fantasy, which is widely regarded as one of the best gaming products in the world. Number 7. Ubisoft. Revenues of approximately $2.9 billion. Games like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Rayman, Tom Clancy made Ubisoft one of the most recognizable gaming companies in the world. Personally, we're excited for Watch Dogs 2, which looks like a lot of fun. Number 6. Sega. Revenues of approximately $3.3 billion. After the decision to discontinue their hardware business and focus on third-party software development, the situation of Sega wasn't that good. In the last 9 months, they've seen strong declines in sales. With that said, Sonic was such an incredible success for them, and some consider it the only reason the company is still alive today. They made so many spin-offs, merchandise, and other Sony-related products that the company is still generating impressive sales. Number 5. Electronic Arts. Revenues of $4.5 billion. Dominating the sports industry with games like FIFA, Madden NFL, The Sims, Need for Speed, and Battlefield, EA Games secured its position as one of the most influential gaming companies in the world. Their decision to focus on yearly release games made them a fortune, and it has been steadily growing from being considered one of the worst gaming companies in the world in the beginning to now being the dominant force in online sports gaming. Number 4. Nintendo. Revenues of $4.9 billion. Nintendo is the creator of probably the most popular game of all time, Mario. Add to that Pokemon and The Legend of Zelda, and you begin to grasp just how strong the intellectual property of Nintendo is. The company's valuation suffered a massive boost with the launch of Pokemon Go earlier this year, with the stock rising by $7 billion in the first couple of weeks since the launch. Well, that success didn't last long, especially after Nintendo announced that they own just a small percentage of the game, the rest belonging to the developer, Niantic. With the recent announcement of the Nintendo Switch, the company aims to re-secure its position as the leader in portable gaming. Number 3. Activision Blizzard. Revenues of $5.2 billion. Where do we start? In 2008, Activision and Blizzard Entertainment merged in order to become the largest gaming company in the world. This coalition has under its umbrella games like World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Call of Duty, and a ton more. Not only are they making amazing games, their latest project, Overwatch, was an incredible success, which further secures them as one of the strongest players in the game. Pun intended. Earlier this year, they have acquired King, the makers of Candy Crush, for $5.9 billion. If you think that's insane, click in the top right corner or in the description. A while back, we took a look at just how much money Candy Crush is making, and the number is unbelievable. Back to Activision. As they own some of the biggest games in the world right now, they decided to purchase an entire esports league. Number 2. Sony Computer Entertainment. Revenues of $20 billion. Well, that was a big jump. Sony is responsible for probably the most popular gaming console of all time, the Sony PlayStation. Their strategy of coming out with a new console every 3 years or so is what made people trust and love their brand. Unlike a smartphone where the next year's version might be dramatically better, you can be sure that buying a console will perform well for several years. They're generating massive revenues through the sales of the console, exclusive game deals, and paid streaming. The launch of PlayStation 4 Pro was just a small upgrade, and we're still waiting for the PlayStation 5 that we assume will be VR ready. Number 1. Microsoft Studios. Revenues just under $40 billion. Back in 2002, Microsoft decided to take on the gaming industry, and oh boy, they went in hard. Today, Microsoft Studios is the richest gaming company in the world, with revenues of almost double those of their main competitor, Sony. The Xbox was a massive hit, which made them the highest-earning gaming company for the past 6 years. Microsoft might not be the most valuable company in the world anymore, but it certainly makes an impressive impact on the gaming space. All this talk about valuable companies makes us consider doing a most valuable companies in the world video in the future. But before then, we really want to hear back from you guys. What do you think the future of gaming will look like? Will it be virtual reality with companies like Oculus making their way onto this list? Or augmented reality that comes from Microsoft's HoloLens department? Let us know in the comments. We know this video was a little longer, but a lot of research goes into putting these videos together, and we want to share as much as possible with you guys. Like and share this video and subscribe to Alux.com for more. What are you still doing here? Ah, I know what you're thinking. But Alux.com, I play League of Legends. Why isn't that on the list? Everybody I know is playing it. Well, League of Legends is owned by Riot, and it's also their biggest earner. In total, they are generating just under $1 billion in microtransactions, and if we were able to make a video on the same topic sometime next year, we'd probably be including them on the 10th position. Our most optimistic projections would put Riot somewhere in the ballpark of $1.5 to $2 billion by the end of 2017. Now go ahead and like this video and let us know if you'd watch the most valuable companies in the world one. Bye bye!